This ban is a wealth transfer, a massive redirection of billions from unregulated hemp to the regulated cannabis industry. The stores that thrive in the next era will not be the stores that hope for the new loopholes. They'll be the stores that build real categories, stuff that Washington just won't kill and Wall Street don't care about.
You're listening to Street Smarts with Chad Wade. Real talk for real shop owners.
All right, everybody. So a shift is happening on Wall Street, and most smoke shop owners aren't even paying attention. Let me start with something, and I'm going to be very blunt. Wall Street sees the writing on the wall faster than the hemp industry does. Big money always moves before legislation hits. It will always position itself months, sometimes even years ahead of the average operator. Big money always follows long-term growth, not short-term loopholes. And if you've been watching the public markets lately, the MSOs and the cannabis ETFs, the licensed plant-touching companies, you've seen something that should make every smoke shop owner pay attention. Cannabis stocks are climbing. Intoxicating hemp is going to be eliminated, and Wall Street is positioning for a reality check where only licensed, regulated THC survive. This is the conversation nobody in the hemp world wants to have, but every real business owner must have. Because if you want to survive the next 3 years, if you want to understand where the money is moving, you want to know what Washington is really planning, if you want to build a store that actually lasts, you must understand why this ban is not an isolated event, y'all. It's a major economic rebalancing with billions of dollars behind it. All right, here's the fundamental truth. Intoxicating hemp was never built to last, y'all. And let's keep it plain. Let's keep it in plain English for the cheap seats. Intoxicating hemp products, deltas, all the deltas, HHCs, all the THCAs, Bs, P0, Os, all the A, blended cannabinoids were not born out of consumer demand. They were born out of legislative loopholes, chemical workarounds, price-advantaged gray zones, a real federal definition oversight, and states that weren't prepared, and labs willing to play around a little bit and experiment, a market trying to imitate real cannabis without regulation. I mean, the truth is simple, y'all. Intoxicating hemp exists because regulated cannabis didn't. And now that regulated cannabis is coming, and I mean coming strong, intoxicating hemp, it has to die. It's the facts, y'all. It has to die. Wall Street knows this. Cannabis companies know this. Ultimately, regulators know this. Multi-state operators also know this. The lobbyists taking all your money also know this. And in the finality there, Congress knows this. Smoke shops, they don't believe it. They do not believe it. They think Delta 8 will adjust. No way they kill this whole category. Someone will fight this. It'll survive somehow. We will survive. Nope. No, it won't. There is no version of the future where intoxicating hemp survives federal clarity. Not even one. And the markets are already behaving like intoxicating hemp is gone. It's gone. I mean, Wall Street isn't betting on Delta 8. They're betting on full cannabis regulation. It's pretty simple. Look at the charts. Look at the investor calls. Look at the recent surge after the hemp ban was announced. Every single major cannabis stock saw boosts, not dips. Why? Because big investors understand something that most smoke shop owners don't. The hemp ban is not an attack on smoke shops. It's a economic cleanup to make room for legitimate cannabis. Congress cannot regulate cannabis effectively. While unregulated intoxicating hemp is still everywhere, it's impossible to do that. Imagine being a licensed, tax-paying, tightly regulated cannabis operator, and you're competing with strip mall and gas station gummies made from converted hemp with zero oversight, lower taxes, and a cheaper input cost and chemistry that exists in a legal gray area. That imbalance was never going to last. The hemp ban isn't punishment, it's preparation. Washington is cleaning the table before bringing out the main course. This is the biggest underreported story in smoke shop history. Everyone talks about Delta 8 being banned, HHC being restricted, lab loopholes being closed, safety concerns, and the kids, oh God, the kids, and the unknown molecules. That's surface level bullshit noise. The real headlines, the one almost no shop owner is saying out loud, this ban is a wealth transfer, a massive redirection of billions from unregulated hemp to the regulated cannabis industry. The U.S. market has to pick a lane. Either cannabis is regulated, taxed, lab tested, and controlled, or anything goes in the wild west of hemp. I mean, you can't have both. Congress is choosing the regulated path, of course. Wall Street is honestly celebrating it, and the cannabis stocks are the proof. So let's break down the money. Whose benefits when intoxicating hemp dies? So number one is the MSOs, which are the public cannabis companies. They gain margin, they gain market share, investor confidence, PR legitimacy, and they also get some political leverage. Many of these stocks have been waiting years for the government to get hemp under control, and that's happening. And traditional dispensaries, all right, they got rid of their cheapest competitors overnight. They're going to get their patients back. They get adult use consumers back. They get pricing power back. And number three is licensed grower and processors. Their products become the only legal intoxicating option. Supply becomes predictable. Demand becomes very, very stable. Number four, the states themselves. They regrow the tax revenue. They gain control, and they regain the regulatory authority. They reduce enforcement confusion on top of it all. And number five is the federal regulators. They get a clean, simple system. Hemp equals non-intoxicating. Cannabis equals regulated intoxicating THC. Pretty simple. No more chemistry wars. No more loophole races. No more guessing games. Zero. Where does that leave smoke shop owners? This is where most people stop thinking. But this is where you, as a shop owner, must start thinking. Because you are not a dispensary. You are not cannabis MSOs. You do not trade on Wall Street. You're just retail operators. So here is the real question. What does this economic shift mean to you? Here's the honest, tough love answer, y'all. The intoxicating hemp revenue is going away. Not all at once, but the trend line is one direction. Your advantage in the THC alternative world is ending. Your ability to sell intoxicating anything without strict licensing, it's fading. If you don't pivot now, you're going to be crushed under boot of this transition. But here's the part most shop owners miss. This isn't a death sentence. It's the biggest rerouting of opportunity we've ever seen. If you pivot into growth categories now, I'm telling you, y'all, the money isn't disappearing. It's just moving. And you can either move with it or you're going to die. Simple. Path forward. And why Wall Street is a map. Wall Street is not always right, but they're never unprepared. When institutional money piles into cannabis stocks, at the exact moment intoxicating hemp is being targeted federally, guys, that's not a coincidence, y'all. That's a signal. A very, very loud, blaring signal. A giant flashing neon billboard telling you the future of intoxicating product will be licensed. The future of hemp will be non-intoxicating. The future of smoke shops will be accessories, glass, wellness, botanicals, mushrooms, CBD, vaporizers, and culture, which we've gotten away from. The intoxicating hemp race is ending, and the wellness and ritual era is beginning. And the stores that pivot now will capture the customers the licensed cannabis industry can't. Those who still want ritual and community and cultural outside of dispensaries. You'll get everything dispensaries can't offer. You get personality, you'll get culture, you'll get brand identity, you'll get lifestyle products, you'll get accessories, you'll get botanical and herbs, you'll get blue lotus, you'll get mushroom products, you'll get pink lotus, white lotus, you'll get glass, you'll get premium high-end glass too. You'll get identity-driven shopping and ritual-driven shopping on top of that. You'll get a real fucking community. Dispensaries will never compete with you on those fronts. It's not possible. Let me tell you a story. I met this shop owner a couple years ago. He was obsessed with cannabis stocks, would not shut up. He was obsessed with legalization news, obsessed with the MSO business model. He traded these cannabis ETFs every week, but in his own shop, he stocked nothing but Delta 8, HHC, THCA, disposables, 5 types of cheap gummies. You know, his entire business depended on intoxicating hemp, while his investment portfolio depended on its death. He didn't connect the two worlds, y'all. The day his state implemented strict intoxicating hemp rules, really they did away with intoxicating hemp. No, none of it. No delta. I mean, he lost 70% of his revenue, and his cannabis stocks went straight up. And he told me, I saw this coming in my portfolio, but not in my business. Man, don't be like him. Pay attention. The signs are everywhere. And this is why intoxicating hemp is going to die completely. I mean, I'm making it very, very simple. Here are the reasons intoxicating hemp will not survive any further. It's chemically converted, not naturally occurring. And lawmakers can't stand that shit. The general public can't stand that shit. It bypasses the cannabis tax system. States hate that. They don't want sales tax. They want marijuana money. It competes with licensed marijuana. And the dispensaries hate that. And they constantly pour money into lobbyists to put a stop to it. And now they've got a partner in it. It undermines federal scheduling negotiations because they really want to schedule marijuana as a Schedule 3. And Congress hates this shit because of the argument. Number 5, I think the biggest argument is that kids access it way too fucking easy. And every town hall committee, every local legislator has something to say about that. And you've never been on Facebook that you don't see something about it. Number 6 is enforcement is too difficult with it still legal. And regulators can't stand that because cops will make the mistake of busting the wrong thing, or they'll bust it all, which is what cops do. And better to throw the baby out with the bathwater, you know? It makes cannabis look unregulated and messy. And man, Wall Street can't stand that either. It's hard to pump money into something like that. Every major seat at the table wants intoxicating hemp gone. You will not out-lobby Washington. You'll definitely not outrun Wall Street. You will not beat regulated cannabis in a political fight. Guys, the war's over. We're just waiting for the troops to come home at this point. It's done. Done deal. Law's already out there. Now, the question every smoke shop owner must ask right now, okay, with Wall Street betting on cannabis and intoxicating hemp being dismantled one state at a time, one day at a time, and with federal clarity on the horizon, ask yourself this: where does my business grow when this intoxicating shit disappears? I hope it's not, I'm not sure. I hope something new comes out. You're fucked. You're fucked. The stores that thrive in the next era will not be the stores that hope for the new loopholes. They'll be the stores that build real categories. Stuff that Washington just won't kill and Wall Street don't care about. They can't touch it. And this is what smoke shop owners must do starting today. So let's get tactical about this. This is the part of the podcast where I shift from what will happen to what you must do next. This is the exact blueprint that will save shops when intoxicating hemp collapses. No other word. No other word. Number one, you got to rebuild your business around non-intoxicating, regulation-proof categories. Wall Street doesn't invest in botanicals. They don't invest in Blue Lotus or mushrooms or glass or accessories. You know, they don't want to get involved in that shit. They're investing in a tangible product like THC. And you, as a shop owner, must invest in everything else. Understand? Now, here's those categories. Think about it. Blue Lotus, Pink Lotus, White Lotus. This is your number one ritual replacement category. And customers will lose intoxicated hemp ritual. They will not lose the desire for the ritual. And that's what the Lotus products give them. They give them the calm, the routine, the relaxation. They give them a sense of tradition, a deeper meaning than gummies really honestly ever held, okay? A non-THC option that feels intentional. And you should be building, you know, some tea kits, some ritual bundles, some botanical sets, some relaxation stations somewhere's in your store, right? Education displays. I'm thinking, you know, like Lotus and accessory bundles and Lotus and glass pairings. When THC's rules tighten, Lotus rises. It's going to happen. It's already happening in my stores and my warehouse. You're going to need functional mushrooms. All right. This is your number one wellness growth category. You know, lion's mane, Reshape, cordia caps, chaga. These are not trends, y'all. This is a global movement. This is going all over the world. And people want, you know, the focus factor, the calm factor, the energy, the productivity, and really the everyday wellness of this shit. And smoke shops never tapped this market until now. You have the retail layout, and you have a traffic flow, the merchandising skills, and you'll have to have this to better sell this than a vitamin store. Hey, what about glass? And this category is saving shops right now. And most owners, they don't even realize it. All right. Glass is unregulated. It's high margin. It's artistic, very collectible. It's culturally embedded in our industry. And it's something Wall Street can't commoditize. It's timeless. In a world where intoxicating hemp is going to disappear, glass becomes king again. I know that y'all know I love that. I love glass. What about accessories? This your band-proof revenue engine right there, like grinders and multi-packs of papers, torches, rolling trays, smell-proof bags, storage, cleaning kits, premium lighters, tabletop tools, all right? Hemp bans don't affect this. Cannabis regulation doesn't affect this. Intoxicating rules changes don't affect this. Accessories are fucking forever, y'all. They're forever. What about CBD and botanicals? CBD is making a huge comeback. All right. It's not a hype product, y'all, but it's a safe, stable, and trusted category. A lot of older folks and hurt people love CBD. When intoxicating hemp dies, CBD looks like the reasonable adult in the room again. And some of these botanicals will fill the gaps, like lavender blends, chamomile, passion flower, relaxing teas, sleep kits, melatonin. These are the perfect replacements for customers who lose Delta that are in their sleep gummies. Hey, what about kratom? Because, where it's legal, and if it's handled responsibly and professionally, this remains a strong, stable category. And when intoxicating hemp collapses, guess what? Stores look for any remaining anchor category, and kratom becomes that anchor very quickly, but only if it's legal in your state. Hey, you must reframe your store as a ritual center, not a THC alternative place. If you branded as a Delta 8 place, that's how you're going to die. But if you brand your shop as a ritual, wellness, cultural, lifestyle hub, man, you're going to survive any ban. And, customers buy vibe, they buy feeling, they buy story, they buy routine, they buy lifestyle, y'all. I've been saying this for years, and you've heard me on this channel. They could care less about anything else. I mean, this is why Blue Lotus and Mushroom fit so perfectly into what you're selling. They shift away from the intoxication and into wellness and ritual without losing smoke shop identity. Number 3, you must train staff to talk like Wall Street can't touch you. Your employees must sound like this. We're pivoting into long-term wellness and ritual categories the industry is moving towards. Not like, yeah, they might ban stuff. I don't really know. Your team has to be trained. They need to understand the Lotus explanations, the mushroom benefits, the ritual building exercises, the accessory bundles. They must have glass knowledge, and they also have to be able to talk openly about why this shift is happening and how to confidently redirect customers. Man, you're not fighting Wall Street. You're outsmarting it by dominating the categories that they don't give a shit about. Hey, you've got to fix your store layout too. A store built for intoxicating hemp looks different than a store built for wellness and the ritual aspect. Your store layout should have a botanical wall, a mushroom focus center, a glass feature zone, some accessory bundle areas. You need clean lighting, and you've got to have modern signage and storytelling displays. Sections labeled by benefits, not products. I mean, think along, like a header that says focus and productivity, like lion's mane and cordyceps, night ritual. And, that's more of a Blue Lotus and whether it's a pre-rolled or whatever it is. And then there's the teas and there's the CBD and sleep blends. What about the relaxation station? I like that one. The botanicals and accessories, that's where that needs to go. And what about ritual tools? And, quit calling it, just the glass zone. Because even though it is where the glass is going to be, but there's also going to be the accessories, the grinders, the trays, stuff of that nature. That's going to be in the ritual tool zone as well. This speaks to the 2026 customer psychology. Way better than the old Delta 8 wall. Number 5, you must understand that Wall Street is not your enemy. It's more like a weather report, y'all. This part is so important. Listen up. Wall Street isn't out to destroy smoke shops. Wall Street is out to stabilize cannabis. Your job is to read what they read and pivot where they pivot. If cannabis stocks are rising, all right, that tells you that regulation is tightening. Intoxicating hemp is becoming legal. Licensed cannabis is rising. Wellness alternatives, they're going to surge. Ritual-based products will fill the gaps. Wall Street is simply predicting what will happen next. You get to build a store that reacts first so that you survive and grow. All right, let me tell you another story. All right, so two store owners I worked with. Well, let's call them Mike and Jordan. If you're a basketball fan, you understand. Same city, kind of the same customer base, the same products, and honestly the same timeline. All right, and when intoxicating hemp rules started tightening, Mike kind of panicked. He froze, he waited, he hoped, he discounted, he complained, he blamed the government for everything, and he lost 50% of his revenue in 6 months. Now, Jordan kind of embraced the pivot. He started stocking Blue Lotus. He bought it from me, as a matter of fact, from the wholesale, unswholesale.com, shameless plug. He stocked our mushroom products as well. He doubled, thank you, Lord, his glass presentation. He bought that also from me. And he started selling ritual bundles, all right, like with grinders or with torches, things of that nature. He upgraded signage. He reorganized his total store. He trained his staff. He leaned into the future. He replaced every dollar he was going to lose with their hemp ban, and he added new customers from demographic he said he had never seen before. So Mike's store shrank, Jordan's store evolved. Same city, same rules, same conditions, much different brain, much different. You must prepare for a massive customer shift. When this hemp disappears, customers will panic. They'll look for alternatives. They'll look for safety. They'll seek new rituals. All right. They're going to want guidance. They're going to feel very uncertain. They're going to look for natural. Remember natural. Okay. They're going to feel nostalgic for the cannabis. They're going to be search for meaning, and they're going to become more wellness focused. And if your store can speak to any of those needs, you inherit the customers that doesn't go to the dispensaries. The winners will be the stores that build, their whole lotus section, their whole mushroom sections. They embrace the glass culture. They build a brand identity. They install confidence in their staff. They show their shopping to be an experience-driven aspect within their community that they have built. And the losers will be the store that deny that it's going to happen, hope and pray that the ban don't truly go in, that rely solely on intoxicating hemp, whether it's stays the course or low dose. They'll also fail by failing to educate the staff. They'll fail to pivot, to modernize, to present a unified brand. Do not be a loser in this transition, because this is the death of intoxicating hemp and the rebirth of a true smoke shop. Let's just say what no one else is gonna. Hemp was never the future. It was a bridge. It was a temporary chapter at best. Loophole economy, a placeholder for cannabis regulation. And now that cannabis is stepping into the limelight, well, hemp has to exit the stage forever. But this is definitely not the death of smoke shops. For me and the older crowd, it's just a rebirth of what we started. Glass, tools, accessories, botanicals. Although we're going to add mushrooms, CBD. I already had kratom. We already had, a lot of lifestyle items. We had a brand-based loyalty that maybe will come back with this. We had created a hell of a culture, a community, and the stores that pivot become stronger. Stores that wait become vacant. How about the winner's mindset, y'all? What you must accept to thrive. Number one is that the market is changing. Number two is that Wall Street has already placed its bet. Number three, intoxicating hemp will not survive the next regulatory wave. Number four, your source, your success depends on early adaptation. Number five, lotus and mushrooms and glass, they're your hedge. And ritual and wellness, it's going to replace the intoxication side. Number seven is your store must, with a capital M, evolve. This isn't doom. This is opportunity. The greatest shift the smoke shop industry has seen in years. Hey, y'all, it's happening right now. You can fight it and lose, or evolve and lean into it and win. All right, y'all, this has been Chad Wade TV. Real talk for real shop owners. This episode's helped you understand the new economic landscape. Share it with another owner who needs some help, who needs some clarity. And for tools and resources, maybe even some wholesale, hey, visit me over at chadwadetv.com. Set up some time, schedule with me, man. Let's talk about it. If you need some product put in your store, unswholesale.com. I'll be more than happy to help you, as will Grover, as will Brandon. We've got a myriad of time in this industry, and we'll be glad to share that time and experience with you. All right, y'all. Until next time, stay sharp, stay prepared, and follow the damn money, because it'll tell you always what's going on. Bye.